Bryan Kohberger. Can autism shield him from the death penalty? Could a diagnosis of autism be the key to saving Bryan Kohberger from execution? His defense team is betting on it, arguing that his neurodevelopmental condition makes him uniquely vulnerable to a wrongful conviction and an unjust death sentence. Let's dissect this controversial strategy. Kohberger's attorneys are strategically highlighting the inherent vulnerabilities that individuals with autism face within the legal system. Their motion paints a picture of a defendant whose condition significantly impairs his ability to navigate the complexities of a trial. Individuals with autism often struggle with interpreting social cues, a deficit that could be misconstrued by a jury. This can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations of his behavior in the courtroom. Navigating the intricacies of legal proceedings can be overwhelming for anyone, but especially for those with autism. The stress and pressure can exacerbate their difficulties with communication and comprehension. The defense argues that individuals with autism are at a heightened risk of providing false confessions. This is due to their suggestibility and desire to please authority figures, making them susceptible to manipulation during interrogation. Perhaps most critically, the defense asserts that Kohberger's autism impairs his ability to effectively defend himself in court. This raises serious questions about whether he can truly participate in his own defense. The high-profile nature of the Kohberger case amplifies the risks associated with his autism. The intense media scrutiny and public outrage create a volatile environment that could prejudice the jury. The relentless media coverage could easily bias potential jurors against Kohberger. This makes it even more difficult to ensure a fair trial, given his pre-existing vulnerabilities. The combination of Kohberger's autism and the external pressures of this case creates a perfect storm for a potential miscarriage of justice. The stakes are incredibly high. The death penalty is the ultimate and irreversible punishment. Once carried out, there is no possibility of correcting a wrongful conviction. Given the irreversible nature of the death penalty, the defense argues that it would be unjust to impose it on Kohberger. His neurodevelopmental condition warrants special consideration. Kohberger's autism, they contend, significantly impacts his ability to understand the charges against him and participate in his defense. This raises serious doubts about the fairness of a death sentence. As of now, the prosecution has remained largely silent on the defense's argument regarding Kohberger's autism. Their strategy remains unclear. The prosecution's silence could indicate that they are still formulating their response, or it could suggest that they are underestimating the potential impact of this argument. Whatever their reasoning, the prosecution's lack of a public response leaves the defense's claims unchallenged, at least for the moment. This puts pressure on the court to carefully consider the defense's motion. The defense's primary goal is to demonstrate that Kohberger's autism significantly impacts his legal capacity. They aim to convince the court that his condition makes him uniquely susceptible to a miscarriage of justice. By highlighting the challenges that Kohberger faces due to his autism, the defense hopes to sway the jury's perception of him. They want to humanize him and challenge the narrative that he is a cold-blooded killer. The defense is essentially arguing that executing Kohberger would be a violation of his constitutional rights. They believe his autism should be a mitigating factor that prevents the imposition of the death penalty. This case raises profound ethical questions about the intersection of autism and the criminal justice system. It forces us to confront our understanding of culpability and responsibility. The Kohberger case highlights the urgent need for a more nuanced understanding of neurodiversity within the legal system. Judges, lawyers, and jurors must be educated about the challenges faced by individuals with autism. The potential impact of neurodiversity on legal proceedings must be carefully considered in every case. Failure to do so could lead to unjust outcomes. In high-stakes cases like this one, it is imperative that the court takes the time to fully understand the defendant's neurodevelopmental condition. This is essential for ensuring a fair trial. The defense's 28-page motion argues that sentencing Kohberger to death exposes him to an unacceptable risk. This risk stems from his autism and its potential to influence the outcome of the trial. The motion emphasizes the risk that Kohberger will be wrongfully convicted of murder. His autism, they argue, makes him vulnerable to misinterpretations and misunderstandings. The defense also highlights the risk that Kohberger will be wrongfully sentenced to death. They believe his autism should be a mitigating factor that prevents the imposition of capital punishment. Kohberger is currently charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. The stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome of this case will have far-reaching implications. The Bryan Kohberger case underscores the critical importance of considering neurodevelopmental conditions in legal proceedings. It forces us to examine our assumptions about culpability and responsibility. The intersection of autism and the criminal justice system requires careful and compassionate examination. We must strive to create a system that is fair and just for all, regardless of their neurodevelopmental status. The outcome of this case could set a significant precedent for future cases involving defendants with autism. It has the potential to shape the way the legal system treats individuals with neurodevelopmental conditions for years to come. What do you think? Should autism be a mitigating factor in death penalty cases? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth legal analysis. And if you want to learn more about the legal implications of neurodiversity, check out the links in the description. Your support helps us continue to bring you critical insights into the most complex legal issues of our time.